We are live. Good morning.
Good morning.
And wow, I am thrilled. What a crowd. And we are being joined today by a number of people online. Now, I'm not going to call the names of those of you who are sitting here in the congregation online. But Jeremy Updike, good to see you on there. And I saw Larry Owensby a few minutes ago. Larry, good to see you. And as more people come on, we'll say hi. One thing I want to say is to everybody out there online, as we do our service today, especially in the lesson, if you have something, it's going to be more interactive, and if you have something you would like to say, I'm going to be holding the phone today. It's Novella's, that's why it's pink. I'm going to be holding the phone, and if you want to make a comment or ask a question, I'm going to see it, and I will respond. So this is new and exciting for us. I'm happy to be doing this. You know, lots of good will come out of this experience. This is just the first, the tip of the iceberg. Who knows what other miracles are about to happen? Because we know that out of chaos comes new order, and it's always a spiral upward. So with that said, I'd like to welcome you all to Unity of Joplin on this day, whether you are here in person or virtually. We feel your spirit, we feel your presence, and we know that we are one in unity. Our team today, Billy is our trustee of the day. Jefferson is on camera. Our musicians are Gary and Jerry and Rob and John and Novella. Did I get everybody? I did, I think. Yes. So we are very blessed to have so many people. Oh, hi, Ann. Ann is with us today. And Joanne. Hi, guys. Glad you are here with us. And I'm going to invite all of you to stand, and we'll sing our first song.
Okay, our song of the day. The goodness of God is always with us, regardless, right?
Amen.
protected. In God, I am always protected. With God, I am greater than any challenge I face. Knowing this, I release all fears and doubts. I commune with God through meditation, prayer, time, and silence. Blessings come to me in unexpected and expected ways. I may get a phone call, have a dream, feel a hunch. An inner knowing might guide me to exactly what I need, exactly when I need it. Like the young shepherd, David facing the giant Goliath, I always possess the means, the aptitude, and the ideas to help and protect me. God is in me, and I am in God. The spiritual essence of me is invulnerable. I cannot be hurt, nor can I dissipate from doing and being what and whom I am called to do and be. And since this is the month of strength, Isaiah 41:10, do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you, I will help you. Shall we affirm together? In God, I am always protected. And again, in God, I am always protected. Yeah. There's a chair right there.
I don't know that this is one that you can sit on. Let's go ahead. Stand up.
Can you behold the Christ
Yes.
in everyone
Yes.
all the time? Oh, it's easy to say, isn't it?
It's tricky.
Can you behold the Christ in viruses, in illness, in chaos, in turmoil, in fear? Because that is the big question. That is truly, truly what we are about. Even in these moments, even in these uncertain times, even when we are facing challenges and situations we have never had to face before, we are invited to behold the Christ presence. Even in that person pushing out the cartload of toilet paper, we are invited to behold the Christ. And that Christ presence is at work in everything, everybody, every situation. And so we're going to spend some time this morning in meditation. It's going to be a little longer than usual. Because right now, right this moment, our world needs the energy that we are going to create. A friend of mine, a person who inspired me greatly and taught me so many things, Bodie Ross Campbell, a Unity minister. He now runs a men's retreat center and a wellness center in St. Louis, said something this morning on his podcast. He said, health is contagious. Health is contagious. Have you ever thought about it? We hear about all these other things that are contagious. Viruses, fear, doubt. But health is contagious. And we know in Unity that that which we give our energy to, that which we hold in mind, increases. So we're going to increase that right here and right now. Those of you at home, I invite you to join us in meditation. Wherever you are, take that last sip of coffee. Take a breath. And let us turn within together. Breathing. Breathing deeply without fear. I turn within right now to the Christ. To the Christ of my being. The Christ that is in all of creation. The Christ energy that is the creative aspect of God. The living part of God. I connect with that Christ that shows up in diverse and marvelous ways. That shows up as me, as my fellow human beings, as the plants and the trees and the animals and the rocks and the air we breathe in, yes, even as virus. That Christ energy, that presence of God that is in all of creation, is in that too. I feel that oneness. I feel it not with fear, but with faith. And I know that every creation of God has a part to play in the spiritual unfolding of the universe. I open. I open to divine mind, that I may become aware of what it is that is being birthed through this experience. We know that shift and change sometimes appears chaotic, and it requires letting go of old ways of doing and being and embracing new, better ways. Perhaps that is what I am being called to do in this experience. Perhaps I am being called to further embrace you, God. To further move, be, and speak from my own Christ center in this experience. Perhaps I am being called to work, live, and be from a higher place. what wonderful new opportunities will present themselves. What new ways of being in community and being in service and living life fuller will become manifest through this. I know there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, and that is you, God, the good, omnipotent. And that everything that shows up, regardless of what label I give it, is therefore also good. And so in this meditation, I affirm health is contagious. I affirm health for myself. I am alive and filled with the energy of God. I am God's beloved child, and therefore I cannot inherit or embody illness unless I choose. Every cell of my being is filled with the light of God. My lungs, my sinuses, all of my internal organs are flooded with God light. I am the health and life of God. I rest for a moment in the silence of that, feeling that light and life permeating, invigorating every cell of my being. In silence, I feel that wondrous vibration. And feeling that vibration, I now affirm health is contagious. Health is contagious. And so I let that health spread from me to those I come in contact with, to those I live with, to those I serve, to those I move with. I see that health spreading to those I love, near and far. I see that health spreading to my community. I envision that life-giving health of God, that energy spreading across the state of Missouri, into Kansas and Arkansas and Oklahoma and all the other states around us. Breathe, I affirm. Breathe and know that you are breathing in the very life, the very light of God. Health is contagious. I see it spreading to the states further out, to our entire nation, to those cities that right now are experiencing more cases. Health is contagious, and it is more contagious than any virus, than any illness. The life of God lives in all things, and it is good. Health is contagious, and I see it spreading into the countries of North and South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Micronesia, the subcontinent of India. Health is contagious. The light and life of God flows in and through every living thing, and it is good. Breathing, I realized that at the same moment, I am peaceful. I do not fear, I am not panicked. I look at the human level of experience and I see concern and worry and doubt. But I know that there is only one presence and one power in my life, and that is God, the good, omnipotent. And that is where I look. And in lifting my eyes up to the highest places in my consciousness, I am at peace. I know that all things work together for good when I believe. And I do believe. I am at peace. I am assured. I am confident. I am divinely guided. And I know that as health is contagious, peace is as well. Breathing peace, living peace, being peace. I allow that energy to emanate from my being to the community, to the Walmarts and the Targets and all of the places where people are in fear. Peace. Peace. Life, love, energy, health is amongst you, I say. Be in peace. Whether you call it God or Allah or Buddha nature or whatever name you give it, it is peace. Let go of your fear. Peace is contagious. And so I see peace spreading out across our community, through the 4 states, out into our nation, to all of the lands of North and South America, Europe, Asia, India, Africa, Micronesia. Peace. Peace. There is only one presence and one power, God, the good, omnipotent. And that word omnipotent means it is the only reality, the only power. So breathe and be at peace. It is not important that I know what happens in the next week or so, because I know that God is here. That you, God, are here in the midst of all of this. I am in peace. I am healthy. I am whole. Let us rest for a time in this energy. And as we do so in silent meditation, we hold in our hearts the entire globe and all life upon it, affirming health is contagious, peace is contagious, God is Health is contagious. Peace is contagious. Love is contagious. I feel your love, God. I send it forth. And I behold the Christ in all things. May it be in the midst of darkness that I remember I am a light. And that if I find myself in a dark place, I shine. I remind those around me that this too shall pass. This too contains blessings. And health is contagious. Peace is contagious. Love is contagious. And ultimately, there is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe. God the good omnipotent. And that is the truth. As I breathe and become aware again of my physical presence, I hold to that truth. I hold to the light. And I return to this now moment in faith, in life, and in love. Thank you, Gary and John and Rob and our entire music team. And I just want to say welcome to some people who weren't online a few minutes ago. Candy is watching us. Kim is watching us, but she's sitting right over there. You know, this is the miracle that comes out of this. So many things like this. Many churches right now are using Facebook for the first time today. And by the way, those of you watching online, you may notice that the feed cuts out every now and again. Just be patient, it'll kick back in. And what's happening is Facebook is being overloaded by so many people. Of course, there are those who are on there, oh my God, what's going on next? But there's also those who are doing church and being with family and friends via Facebook that have never done it before. And the miracle of the times we live in is that, like, if you don't mind me saying this, Kim and her daughter lives in where? Where? Pennsylvania. They're at church together today. How awesome is that? Becky Brown is with us today. Hi, Becky. And of course, Ann is with us. She worked really hard yesterday, so she's at home. But she is with us. And did I miss anybody? Evelyn. Evelyn is with us today. Hi, Evelyn. And I think I got everybody so far. I'll check this again in a few minutes. I don't have a prepared lesson today. I did have. We were going to continue our series, The Universal Christ, and we'll pick that up again. But I thought today we should maybe explore this experience we are having as a people, as a species. It's affecting the whole world. In my lifetime, I cannot think of anything that has impacted the whole entire world to the degree that this is. And fast. It all happened in the last couple of days. A week ago today, we didn't expect any of this. And I look at the statistics compared to other events that have happened just in the last 50 to 100 years. And I go, wow, this is like really blown out of proportion. And yet there is cause for concern among many people. I'm not poo-pooing anybody's reactions or any official reactions to this, but I'm wondering what is really happening. What is really going on? What is really being brought to us in this moment, in this experience, to learn? Because I believe that everything that happens to us as human beings is for our good. It doesn't look like it all the time. How many of you have been through experiences in your life where you say, this is horrible, this is terrible, this is uncomfortable, this is painful. And then eventually you look back on it and you say, but I would not be where I am right now had it not been for that. Am I the only one that has ever had that experience? No, I'm not. I bet everyone watching, everyone here in this room has had that happen at least once or twice. Maybe more. Some of us are a little more stubborn and take a little more work. But what is happening? What I'm going to do is invite you to share your thoughts about what is happening. And this is not about conspiracy theories. I don't want to hear about conspiracy theories. What spiritually is happening? What is it calling you to learn, to do, to be? For me, it's stepping in as a leader of a spiritual community in a capacity I never dreamed in my wildest dreams I would ever have to do. This was not on my list of things to do as a minister. And you know, one of the things I have discovered in ministry, very few things I do were on that list I would do as a minister. You never know what's going to happen day to day and what you're going to be called to be present with. So for me, this is about keeping myself in alignment with divine mind. Reminding myself that yes, there is only one presence and power, because it's very easy, especially in a position where you're dealing with masses of people. I deal with our whole region who are in various stages of faith or fear. And yeah, believe it or not, there are Unity ministers right now that I look at their comments and I go, wow, you're a Unity minister? And then I remember, you are also human. And even Unity ministers have moments of humanity. So what this is calling me to grow into is faith. Real, honest to goodness faith. Trusting that, yeah, there's a purpose for this. And we'll get through it. You know, my hunch is that not very long from now, we'll look back and go, well, we kind of blew that all out of proportion. What about you? What do you think you're being called to be or to experience or to do in this moment? Anybody?
Think about the rest of the world.
Oh, yes. Think about the rest of the world. Yeah. You know, that's one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make as a minister is, do we stay open or do we not? Wow, how do we balance what we need to do to be of service and what we need to do to be safe? Now, obviously, we do the logical things. Luke came in here with gallons of disinfectant yesterday. And you really, if you see Luke or hear Luke or anything, give him an extra thank you. He worked really hard making sure that we are clean. And we will continue to do that. What else? What else can we do to be of service to the rest of the world, to be present for those around us?
Faith, not fear, prayer, not worry.
Faith, not fear, prayer, not worry. That ought to be a bumper sticker. Thank you, yes. Faith, not fear. Faith, not fear, prayer, not worry. Powerful, yes. Yeah, and you know, there may be moments where, you know, we're inundated with the messages around us, and it creeps in. It happens to the best of us. Even Jesus had his moments. But that's where we remember prayer, not worry. Faith, not fear. What else? Thoughts become things. That is the voice of God. Thoughts become things. You know, I had a kind of a humorous thought pop through my head yesterday, and I shared it. You know, the last 15, maybe 20 years, one of the big pop culture things in our culture has been zombies and the zombie apocalypse. Wonder how much we actually fed into this. But if we can create it, we can create something different, right? Thoughts become things. Health is contagious. That's a thought. Let's make it a thing. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary God. What else? Let's see if any of our friends out there in the virtual world have anything to say. Okay. Oh, Janet Johnson just joined us. Hi, Janet. Ann Leach says this: the good I'm seeing is that families will be forced to reconnect again at home and discover new ways of communicating. Yeah, I have a vision of, you know, all the kids sitting at home and everybody texting each other, and they're all sitting on the same couch. I think kids will learn to be more content with themselves and discover that hang on, I gotta hit the see more button here. And they don't have to fill every moment with activities. They can find peace in the simple moments. And this will give them the time to expand their imaginations and envision a great new future for themselves. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of kids that do that already. It's amazing to me. Not all of them are on electronics all of the time. But yes, this will invite more connection in families. What else?
One day at a time.
One day at a time, yeah. That's what we got to do. One day at a time. Yes.
with all of the hoarding, I think about the parable, a story about Jesus multiplying the breads, the fish, the loaves, and one interpretation at least is that everybody already had what they needed there. The miracle was in getting them to share. And so maybe we are at the moment where we all have our bread in our cloaks, and now we need to step out and share with each other instead of hoarding.
Amen. God can be female too. Another voice. Thank you, Novella God. Maybe that's how we ought to greet people from now on. First name followed by God or Christ. Yeah, sharing. I saw a meme yesterday, and it was Jesus with the multitudes, and he's multiplying rolls of toilet paper. Yeah.
At least you find some humor.
Yeah, find humor. Oh, yeah. You know how healthy it is to laugh?
Yeah.
Laughing increases our immune system. Laughter is good. Kim, you said something, but I didn't catch it.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Because God has spoken. No, they say
You were tuning into the divine feminine, huh?
Yes, definitely. As a Reiki master teacher and practitioner, I'm in several groups and we're sending Reiki healing energy and all of the forms of energy out.
Send energy out. You don't have to be a Reiki master to do that. We did it in the meditation. We created an energy of peace, an energy of faith, an energy of life, of health, and we sent it out. We can do that, yes. What else? What, Sam? Sam, what can you do in this time? Yeah, you know what? Okay. A perfect response. Yeah. Are we going to let all those messages put us in fear, or are we going to stick our tongues out and go, well, that probably wouldn't be very hygienic. Make sure you're far away from people when you do that. But yeah, what an attitude. I'm not playing that game. The heck with that. What else?
Live like you believe your faith.
Live like you believe your faith. Yeah. Yeah, live like you believe your faith. Like you mean it. You know, it's interesting to me when I see, especially people who've been in unity. We believe this stuff. And I see so much fear even in unity. And again, that's okay. It's human. It's natural. We're a work in progress, aren't we? Yeah, there have been moments where I'm kind of, oh man, this is not fun. But it's okay because we know the truth and we live what we believe. Yeah, we practice common sense as well. Wash your hands. You should be doing that anyway, folks. Really.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. Yeah. All the common sense stuff. What else? Anybody else?
It's been an exercise in compassion for me when I have had to go to the grocery store and the franticness of what's around me and understanding and knowing that they just haven't found that peace yet.
Yeah, powerful. Thank you, Neely. Yeah, compassion for those who are in fear. Because you know what? If it wasn't for unity, we probably would be too, right? And even sometimes in unity, even we are. Okay, what?
I just think compassion for the people pulling out that toilet paper in the store.
Yeah.
Pull out that pallet, they score.
Oh, yeah. Compassion for the poor people who have to work at Walmart and stores like that. Yes. Not only are they having to deal with all those fearful hordes and masses,
They keep having to restock.
they keep having to restock. Yes. Yeah, and they're exposed to everything. So yes, compassion. And know that when we encounter those who are in fear, those who are maybe a little panicked, have compassion. And maybe give them a little bit of light, a little bit of hope. That is the greatest gift we can give right now to those around us, is hope. Remind them, this will pass. It will. And we'll be better for it in the end. Yeah. We're going to find new ways of reaching people. We're doing it today. We're going to find new ways of being in community. We're going to find new ways of supporting one another. What a golden opportunity this is. Okay. Let's see, we got any more comments from out there in the world? Let's see what we got. Okay. Becky was quoting Reverend Aaron Brown. If you don't know Aaron, he's a phenomenal human being, senior minister at St. Paul's. And he said this, "Do not be afraid. Perfect love drives out fear. Concentrate on his love." Concentrate on love. Yeah, it does cast out fear. Okay, in ourselves and in each other. And Leach replied to Becky with, Michael Beckwith said, I love this. We're getting all kinds of not unity ministers, all kinds of spiritual people with us today. Michael Beckwith said on his love stream that we don't take the nightmare pill. I like that. We don't take the nightmare pill. We remember the universal presence of God. Thank you, Ann and Becky, for sharing those quotes. We remember the universal presence of God.
I think we went through things like this a whole lot better when we had less immediate information.
Yeah, yes. For those of you who may not have heard, what Marilyn said was we went through experiences like this when we had a lot less immediate information.
And we did it a whole lot better.
Yeah, that is so true. We are so inundated with the negative. It's overwhelming. It really is. Yeah, turn it off. Just turn it off. Most of it's repetitive anyway. You know, I learned a long time ago, I don't rely on American media for a lot of stuff. I get my news from all different channels around the world, and it's amazing how different it is. It's not as bad as you think. What else?
Be kind to people doing.
Become a positive example to others. Yep, walk your talk. Jeff?
Be kind to people in service industries.
Oh God, yes. Be kind to people in service industries. Imagine what they're dealing with right now. They're on the front lines. From the guy pulling out the toilet paper on the pallet jack to nurses and, gas station people, everybody that's in service. Be kind. Give them a squirt of hand cleaner. Anything else?
A word that keeps coming up for me is reevaluate. I think this is causing a lot of people to reevaluate a lot of things in their life. One thing could be what they look at in social media every day. There is a lot of negative out there, but there's also a lot of positive. So if you're looking at your feed and it's all negative, maybe you need to look around for some different options in that area. And then how we use our resources, reevaluating that.
Amen. Shayna, thank you. Shayna said that reevaluate. And reevaluate what you're focusing on. If you're looking at your Facebook feed and everything on there is negative, maybe you ought to change who you follow. Follow Unity of Joplin. Mm-hmm. Follow Michael Bedman. Follow Unity all over the place. It's everywhere. Follow those ones who are speaking and creating a different reality.
And when you see negative, don't comment.
Yeah, don't engage. That's the best thing to do. Don't try to change their minds. It's not going to work. Just don't engage. What else? What else can we do and be?
Along the lines of reevaluating is recentering yourself. It's okay to take a step back, but don't turn a blind eye towards your process.
Wow. Thank you. Center yourself. Recenter yourself. We get off center. You may remember some months ago I did a lesson where I told you how autopilot on an airplane works. An airplane picks up on a signal and it'll stray. And when it strays off, it goes back to that signal. And when it strays off, it goes back to that signal. Airplanes don't fly straight. They're always kind of going like this. But they go back to that signal. They home in on it. Recentering. They recenter on a signal. We recenter on the signal of spirit. We reevaluate. We recenter. We get grounded. The tools we use to do that are what?
I don't know.
meditation. And it doesn't have to be a long, involved one. Just take a moment and breathe. You know, I remember, who was it? I don't remember who said it. But the most powerful prayer you could possibly utter is this. You ready? You guys ready out there?
No.
Most powerful prayer. I'm going to teach it to you right now. Get ready. Get your pencils out. Amen. It's the most powerful prayer you can utter. And sometimes just being in silence with somebody does miracles. And it does it for yourself too. You feel yourself getting off center. Recenter. What else? Let's internalize that love. Oh yeah. Hi, Aaron. Aaron Roddenberger is watching. Hi. From Michigan. Yeah. Integrate that love. Integrate that feeling. What else? What do you think? Let's shift a little bit. What good do you think is going to come out of this experience? We already heard some. What other good can come out of this?
When it's smaller and less powerful than all of these other things that we've dealt with, like SARS and the Asian flu and things like that, we're going to go, wow, did we overdo this?
Wow.
And we will have learned some valuable lessons about what happens if it really gets bad the next time.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, this really isn't, when you look at facts and figures, you know, I sent out an email earlier this week and gave you links to like the World Health Organization where you can actually look at the real facts and figures. And this really is kind of small potatoes, folks.
Yep.
It really is, when you look at some of the other things we've dealt with. But what this is doing, it's giving us the tools and the knowledge to handle if something big doesn't really come up. You know, we'll know how to move people through airports better. You know, how to treat, how to diagnose and treat in more efficient ways. We will learn how to get people working together in new ways. And we have tools we didn't have before to do that. The tools that can sometimes be negative can be used for positive, like social media. You know, it is easy to get word out. It's just sometimes not always easy to discern what the best word to get out is.
It took us, what, a little over a week or two to get to drive-through testing?
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, less than a week for many places to get to drive-through testing. That's
and
amazing
just
when you think about it.
how much that would matter in a really huge contagion.
Right? And I think one of the things we will learn is that fear is worse than any illness. It really is. What else?
Good habits. A lot of people are now developing good habits so that if something like this happens again, they will also be more prepared. They'll understand, like, oh, you know, this isn't happening because we are washing our hands more often, we're taking care of ourselves, and we are spreading the disease to others.
Amen. Yeah, we're learning to take care of ourselves better, to be cleaner, to be more hygienic. Yeah, to clean airplanes better as they travel between countries and stuff like that. Yeah.
Stricter standards.
Stricter standards, yeah. What else?
I'm hopeful that people will realize that a line in the dirt drawn on a map or a body of water doesn't really separate us.
Oh yeah, a line in the dirt or a body of water or a line on a map does not separate us. If this is proving anything, it is proving that there is no such thing as a border. I hadn't thought of that. Thank you. Yes, that's maybe the big lesson that's coming out of this. You might have just hit it. There is no such thing as a border. There are no walls between us, anywhere, between anybody, except those we create in our mind. Ann Beach says this, I hope more learn to care for the planet. Yes. Just the info coming in about China seeing blue skies and sun for the first time in years due to the emissions being reduced is so telling for companies and governments. And I gotta get some more buttons. And governments to know, people, some countries have had generations that have not seen blue skies, and now we're seeing them for the first time. Who knows what's going to happen? As we're talking right now, I'm getting more and more excited for what is coming. All right, any last comments before we wrap it up?
It finally made a lot of the world work together.
Great last comment. It's finally making a lot of the world work together. Yep, we're having to join together.
I like Robert Schuler's Crystal Cathedral prayer. Let my life be a window for your light to shine through and reflect your love to every person I meet. I think that was
Robert Schuler's prayer. Let my life be a window for your light to shine through and reflect my love to every person. Can I get it? Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, I want to thank you all for being a part of this different kind of experience today. And we'll get back on track. Well, I don't know what's going to happen next week. Who knows? Just keep an eye on our Facebook page, keep an eye on our website, keep an eye on the emails. We'll keep you posted. We are going to be here working Monday through Thursday, at least as of right now. We will reevaluate on a day-to-day basis, but I'm not really thinking we're going to be making a whole lot of changes. We'll be here. And we'll be in communication. And if you need us, call. Call. Email. Text. Message. Whatever you do. We are together in this. Together with each other in unity. Together with our community. And together with the world. And remember, there is only one presence and one power in my life. God the what? Good. Omnipotent. That means all powerful. More powerful than any virus. More powerful than any government. More powerful than any level of fear. More powerful than any news media pumping out negative messages. More powerful than your Uncle Fred, who always tells you the bad things that are going to happen. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God the good omnipotent. Peace is contagious, love is contagious, and health is contagious. And so I'm happy being here, contagious with you, in peace, love, and health. Namaste.
Namaste.
For all of those of you out there, we're going to stay on to the very end, so you can stay right online with us. We are so glad you joined us today. And I do want to say, bills go on too. So we have a donate button on our website and on our Facebook page. Please send your donations and love offerings in so that we can keep doing this, so that we can be here as a presence in our community. Thank you. I forgot. We don't have a smartphone person today, so it's me. What do I do next? I don't do this part of the service usually. What do we do next? We bring up Billy. Come on up, Billy.
Good morning.
It's on. You got it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm going to say our mission, vision, and values statement today. Let's start with the mission statement.
Our mission is to inspire, encourage, and affirm divine freedom within each other.
Vision statement. We
envision unity of childhood as a parent, spiritual network where all are welcome as we co-create a world that works for all.
And our core values.
Unity of childhood is empowering, liberating, inspiring, embracing, exploring, and loving.
Thank you.
And now we come to that time when we do our love offering. So I invite you to take it in your hands or to click on the donate button on our website. And as you give your offering, I invite you to affirm with us, knowing that when we say all of the needs of Unity of Joplin and those we serve include the needs of life, of health, of assurance, of peace. Let's take a breath and let's affirm this for all areas of our experience. All of the needs of Unity of Joplin and, no, I'm sorry. I think I affirmed this one. Yeah, I don't do this, do I? In the universe overflowing with the allness of God. Let's do that one. And the allness of God is health and life and peace. So let's try that. You don't have to be perfect to do this. In the universe overflowing with the allness of God, all the needs of Unity of Joplin and those we serve are bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good is here now. Thank you, God. And while we are collecting our offering, I just want to let you know we are going to do the peace circle and meet and greet a little different today, just because many people, work with older people and people more at risk than others. So we are going to practice some hygiene. There are several ways. Can you advance the slide, I think? Keep going. Keep going. No. Keep going. We'll come back to all this. Keep going. See, you don't have to be perfect. There we go. There are many ways you can do this. One of the things that we do in Unity that we don't do all the time, but is common in Unity, is to bow when you greet each other. You don't have to hug. You don't have to hold hands. There's different ways that transmit more viruses and all that stuff. We do want to be good stewards of our resources. So we are going to bow and say namaste. And for those of you who may not know what that means, I know most of you do, but if you don't, namaste simply is a Sanskrit word, and it means, for us, the Christ in me beholds the Christ in you. The Christ in me beholds the Christ in you. Or the divine in me beholds the divine in you. Or God in me beholds God in you. Doesn't matter, whatever. So that's what we'll do with that. And now let's dedicate our offering. We're going back in time. There we go. Together, these tithes and offerings are dedicated to the will and work of Spirit through Unity of Joplin for the highest good of all. Okay, announcements. Well, I don't know what to announce because we don't know what this week is going to look like. The office is, as of now, still going to be open this week, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 4. We still have our remodeling going on and things like that. Jerry Ellen is actually in Rhode Island, so her dream class will not be meeting this week because she's not going to be here to lead it. As far as any other announcements, keep your eyes on our social media and e-letters and all that kind of stuff. We'll keep you updated on what's going on.
Our at-home groups are still going strong.
The at-home groups are still going. We have a virtual group that meets on Wednesdays, I believe.
Yeah, and this week it'll be at 2.
Wednesday at 2 o'clock. A virtual group, and if you are interested in that, you need to let who know? Kim, would you stand up, please? Billy, would you let everybody see who Kim is? Thank you. Kim, you need to let Kim know. Call the office and we'll get you in touch with Kim.
I have the Neo.
Call the office and we'll connect you.
I have the Neo Show group.
You what?
I'm doing the Neo Show group.
Yeah, she's doing the Neo Show group. Who's doing the virtual group?
I'm one of the people.
Susie. So call the office, we'll get you in contact with Susie and get you hooked up. And that is to continue the study of the Universal Christ by Richard Rohr, and we'll get back on track with that. It is still going on. That's all I have in the way of announcements right now. But let us bring up our children. Come on up, kids. While they're coming up, I just have to tell you, Kelsey, I don't know how much longer you can get away with this. Kelsey turned 19 yesterday. We'll honor your inner child. But Kelsey does represent our teens. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Hold it to your mouth.
What were we discussing today?
We were discussing love and all the other meanings it is.
And
And how we express love is that like we care for one another and we make sure that we are safe.
Yes.
We also learned a new song.
Oh, a song. All right.
And kind of everybody picked a focus of how they want to display love today. Not not that we're limited these, but just kind of what are some of the ways we can focus on it. Mine was compassion for myself and others.
Mine was friends, trust, and nature. Mine was family and God. Mine was smile and helping others.
And mine was smile.
So as you can see, we build a heart full of different ways that we express love, and then we.
And you know what? It's okay to make mistakes, isn't it? Because we actually heard you make a mistake too, I think. But we looked like we were missing a piece, and you know what we figured out? That sometimes we have a hole in our heart, and it's okay to be sad. But we're surrounded by love.
And it's Greek. We get to hear your song.
Okay. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do the whole world with love, love, love? Let's try that one. We don't know it very good. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Woo!
And I am sure that Western hands for it.
We just talked about the virus that's going around and how it affects people and how we feel about it. And like I heard you say on one of your Facebook feeds the other day, as long as you like keep yourself kept up and you make sure that you're taking care of your body, it's very unlikely for you to get it. And like I understand that okay, so like it's very easy to get, but it's not been confirmed here in Joplin yet. It's been confirmed around us, so like yes, the panic is like very high right now, and it's very like, oh my gosh, it's gonna get to Joplin. But until we officially hear that, I feel as if there's nothing to really panic about.
Well, won't be then either.
And I'm going to invite you to join us in an experiment. What if we pray so hard this week, and so right this week, and so often this week, that we create a bubble around Joplin and it never gets here?
Yeah, see that.
Can we do that? And then we can expand that bubble out and just push it away.
Just take that bubble with you, right?
Yeah. Thank you, kids. Let's bless our children before they step off. Children, you are a perfect child of God, and God and I love you just the way you are. And that is the truth. All right, let's namaste our neighbors. Namaste, Ayla.